ちの歌消えない心の傷メシアを求め続けたあの日の夜
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Anime Degens Bullshit Hour. We're coming at you this week with episode 78, and in my opinion, we've got a fucking heater for you guys today. But before we get into that, the best way to support the podcast is to rate it on your go-to platform, whether that's Spotify, Apple Music, Good Pods, some of these weird ones that we're on that I don't really know. And tell your friends, if you have a friend who likes anime, let them know the Degens are cooking every week. If you guys have any interesting topics that you'd like us to cover, hit us up in the Discord. You can find that all of our socials and our YouTube at linktree.com/Anime Degens. If you can't spell Anime Degens, that's ANIMEDEGENS. And let's get into some news. So I'm going to start with the news today. We have some sad but happy news at the same time. So Bass, unfortunately, has had to step away from the podcast due to life. He's getting pretty hectic over there on his end. But we're going to have him on pretty soon for a guest episode so we can say his goodbye, say what's goody. And Nam is coming in strong off the bench. We've had him in that utility slot for a while now. But he's coming in. He's going to sit at the fourth. He's going to be hitting grand slams for us. And we're super excited to have Nam on the podcast. So make sure to jump in the Discord, say congrats and welcome to Nam. Nam, do you have anything to say about this prestigious honor you've had bestowed upon you?
I'm deeply honored. It was a blessing to actually be invited on as a guest, and it was truly overwhelming to come back to an official podcast 2023 of the year. So yeah, you guys didn't know that? I thought you knew, Dan.
Come
on, Tyler. You gotta let them know about these things.
Yeah, Tyler, as our PR aficionado, you have to let me know when you get a prestigious award. I mean, I know we have some of the most award-winning listeners you could ever imagine, but when we get a little bit of action, you gotta let me know, dude.
Apparently on Good Pods we're like ranked pretty high all the time. I don't know what good, I don't know how like credible Good Pods rankings are, but we're doing a good job, based on them. So
I'm pretty sure a total of 15 people listen to anime podcasts on Good Pods, but we will take the honor every fucking week, guys.
You know what? They got some good pods over there, all right? That's all I got to say. They got some good pods.
They got the best pods. The best pods.
But no, right. It is a great honor, though, to be here, and I'm really excited, actually, to be able to talk with you guys every week and stuff like that.
Fuck so, yeah, dude.
Sinking 3+ hours into your weekly schedule now.
yeah, And hey, you know what? It's what I would do anyways. So why not?
You watch all this anime, you might as well have the opportunity to voice your opinion on it.
Yeah. I mean, what else is anime there for?
Exactly.
Deer. It's there for deer right now, and that's what we're here for.
Chica.
All right, Tyler.
It's good. It's good to have Nam on here. But now we get on to the rest of the news. And one that I don't know if we're excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. Undead Unluck announced like a sequel special. I'm not sure what to call it. Both words was used. But it's going to be an hour long in winter 2025. So I'm assuming like January. It's going to be interesting.
I was really hoping this was going to come out for Christmas so we could see Andy in a fucking Santa hat, because I need that in my life, guys. I don't know about you, but like Andy in a Santa hat getting a gift would be hilarious.
I mean, it could. It's winter 2025, so I mean, like it could be there, So
fingers crossed.
We'll have to wait and see. Next bit of news we got, guys. To Your Eternity Season 3 has been announced. So that's going to be pretty exciting. I'm going to have to actually watch the first 2 seasons myself.
we're all ready to cry some more. So I'm sure it's gonna be really sad.
I'm not gonna watch the first 2 seasons if I'm gonna cry. That's a lot
Yeah.
of emotions I don't need to feel, man.
So I don't know if you would. I don't know if like y'all would cry or not. Like it's pretty dark, you know, like a lot of gore and darkness and death, you know. So it makes me cry easy because people
Okay.
die a lot. So
You know, I'm the kind of guy who cries when we have an immense amount of power or friendship. Fairy Tail is the anime that makes me shed that single man tear more than anything else. And you know, I don't actually know if I'd cry during to your eternity then. But season 3 is coming out. I'm sure a bunch of our listeners and Tyler are very excited for that.
yep.
Awesome. We also got Saga of Tanya the Evil season 2 announced. I know Bass is very excited for this one. He has talked this show up a lot. I think I've watched like 6 or 7 episodes of it, and it kind of just fell off my radar, but it was pretty good. And I think the story there could definitely continue. I don't know how season 1 ended. I got to go back and finish it, but I'm glad to see it's coming back. You know, season 1 dropped in 2017. So it's been on a little bit of a hiatus. That's 7 years there. So I'm glad to see them coming back strong.
Season 1 ended with Tanya becoming a god. She killed the other god. So
Thanks for the spoilers, bro.
Yeah, for real. I don't even need to watch it now.
I literally just said I hadn't finished it, and you're like, oh yeah, here's the ending.
by the way, that's just my headcanon. I haven't watched it either. I think you watched more than me. So
I was actually about to be kind of pissed at you, but because it's your headcanan, that's fine. I don't think Tanya's got it in her. I don't think Tanya's got it in her to kill God.
I don't know, man. Have you seen her shot?
She's definitely got it in her, but I don't think she can do it. How about that?
She was pretty pissed at him, is all I know. The next bit of news we got is Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. Season 2 has been announced for winter 2025, January, around that time. Also, a spin-off short anime of featuring Hanako-kun called After School Hanako-kun is scheduled for October. So that should be a fun time. I think I'll have to watch the first season in anticipation because I feel like this is a pretty funny slice of life type show, unique. So
okay, so question here. So he is bound to a toilet at a high school, correct?
So you know that you know the like the whole trope about ghosts that are bound to toilets or whatever, kind of.
Yeah. You see it all
It
the time.
revolves around that, you know, basically, except for I think it's like a somewhat comedy, I guess, going on in it with like slice of life type thing. So,
But so after school, after the students have gone home, what's he doing? That's what this is going to cover. I mean, is he just sitting there in the toilet playing solitaire? Like, what's he doing there, man?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's going to be a short, so spin-off short anime for that one. The season 2 is actually going to be like a continuation. So,
I'm
I
just
don't
curious.
know.
I'm just curious what a toilet bound ghost does after school.
Maybe he sits there and flushes the toilet over and over, you know?
He's just like, fuck this school's fucking water bill. I'm stuck here. Fuck this place. I'm racking it up.
I'm curious if like he can like move out of the toilet or whatever, you know, like, or if he's like bound to like the bathroom to stall or what, you know.
Maybe he goes to the toilet in the teacher's lounge, and that gets a little feisty. Like, good for Hanada-kun, dude. Good for him.
Yeah. Maybe he can like travel to drains. I don't know. So,
Oh,
we could be making anime right now. So
he could end up just casually following the drain from the school to the busty senior girls' toilet. You know, maybe he does that.
yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. Well, while you guys theory craft about that, let's theory craft about another show that's actually coming out here pretty soon called Rooster Fighter.
Who's gonna call it Rooster Fighter? By the way, that's another name.
I don't know. It says Rooster Fighter official trailer.
Yeah, well, it is called Rooster Fighter, but I'm just saying, who's really gonna call it Rooster Fighter when there's an
Oh,
alternative name?
Cockfighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm actually
Yep.
going to be cultured here and call it Hepburn Niwatori Faita. Because, I'm cultured and I like to call them by their Japanese titles.
Okay.
That's
Interesting.
it's quite deep. I'll give you that one. No, this one looks very interesting. If you've ever wanted to see a rooster who is a fighter, this is exactly it. No,
Dude,
it is absolutely absurd.
dude,
Truthfully.
this is I think I made a joke on Twitter calling him Tanger Rooster. This is a fucking rooster that fights demons, and his cockadoodle-doo is the equivalent of a fucking Kamehameha. So, like, this is a total meme anime. We're covering a meme anime this season with Shikanoka Noka Noka Koshi Tantan. And frankly, I'm very excited for this one. Like, it looks so stupid that it's going to be fucking hilarious.
Honestly, the first thing I thought when he did his little Kamehameha was, this is Blaziken. I'm already sold. Blaziken is literally my favorite Pokemon. I don't care what anyone says. Blaziken is the best starter. Fuck you. But no, Rooster Fighter. It's got a trailer. Go check it out. We'll be covering it on Rundown.
Yeah, we'll put it in the Discord for you guys to check out. It looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, it actually has pretty good animation too, from what I've seen. So
Yeah, no, it definitely looks really clean, and like I've seen like panels from the manga, and I'm just really excited for this because it's just a total like crapshoot. But like we'll have to see how the plot goes. I have not read it. I don't think I'll read a manga about a rooster. But they mentioned cocks in the trailer. That's fucking hilarious.
I just don't understand what kind of dialogue this is gonna have.
It's gonna have cluck cluck motherfucker on repeat, and I'm so excited for that.
Samuel Jackson's gonna be voicing. So
That would be legendary, honestly. Cluck,
My
cluck, motherfucker.
my jaw just hit the floor. Like I'm so in for that. Like I'll watch the dub if it's Samuel Jackson. Pecan,
cock.
motherfucker.
Shit, man.
Our last little bit of news. If you haven't seen The Boy and the Heron yet, shame on you. It's coming exclusively to Max on September 6th in the US. This is an incredible movie. I watched it in theaters. I'm really excited to watch it again. I watched it subbed. I watched it subtitled, and I really want to watch the dub because the dub voice acting cast was stellar. So I'm really excited for that to come to Max, so I don't have to buy another movie ticket. But it was supposed to be Miyazaki's swan song, and then we heard he's coming back strong for another movie. God bless that 80-something-year-old man.
Well, the good thing is after September 6th, you could probably we could probably do a little Degen session over that to celebrate its release,
Ooh, I like that. I'd love to watch
Yeah.
it again. It was so good. Like, it was so fucking good. I mean, speaking of giant birds, there were a lot of giant birds in this one. They weren't chickens, but I think they were like parrots or some shit.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a Miyazaki film. It's weird. Just deal with it.
You sure it wasn't herons?
Well, there was a heron, and then there were like parrot people.
Oh, parrot. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
Weird shit. No, it was great. I made sure to go see this in the theaters. I have a friend who likes anime, and we go on anime movie dates.
Interesting. I wish I had one of those.
There is a theater between us that serves beer and food. So every time there's an anime movie, we're like, let's just go fucking watch it. That's how I watch Gurren Lagann. That's how I watch Demon Slayer. That's how I've watched all these movies. I'm like, this is great. I'm so glad I have you, my friend.
That does sound pretty awesome, though.
Oh yeah, he's coming from Boston. I'm 45 minutes outside, so there's a theater smack dab in the middle. It's perfect.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess that's it for the news, right?
Are we getting into it?
Might as well.
Is this my chance to do the song?
Y'all, both y'all gonna do it?
I
I'm
think
gonna start it. I'm gonna start it.
start it up.
Bum, 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 bum.
Bum 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 na 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 bum 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 bum. Welcome everybody. My name is Roger Goodell. Just kidding. Welcome everybody to the fantasy I mean Shonen football draft Degen style. So the start of the NFL preseason is right around the corner, and frankly, I'm gone for the start of the NFL preseason. So we're doing it today. Let's get ready for some fucking football. And we're going to be doing a Shonen style fantasy football draft. The rules are as follows. We're doing a snake draft. To be decided. We are literally live going to be spinning a wheel to see who picks where. We're going to start with coaches, and then we're going to hit the snake draft. And once a player is off the board, they're off the board for any position. So if I draft Goku cannot be drafted again. A couple things with that. We're picking shonen anime characters. Obviously, this power scaling is pretty off the wall. If your character is capable of destroying planets, you're going to get nerfed a little bit. You know, you're going to get nerfed down to like that human level. We're really sitting here looking at your stats. How fast are you? How strong are you? How do you compare to other anime characters without being able to level a fucking mountain? Because that's just not fair on the gridiron. Abilities are going to be fair game. So if you have a devil fruit, game on. And it's going to be really fun. I went out of my way to find universities for these characters. I made them up on the spot, and it's going to be a blast. Hopefully, these guys took a little bit of time to do something fun there. But we're going to get started with the wheel to pick our draft order. So I'm spinning that. You guys can't see it.
Will. We love to will.
The number one pick in the 2024 Anime Shonen Draft goes to none other than Nam.
Yeah.
That's rigged.
And the number two pick in the Anime 2024 Shonen Draft, whatever the hell we're calling it, goes to Dan.
This is super rigged.
Tyler
y'all just nerfing me right now.
Hey, Tyler is sitting in the 3 spot, which means he gets to draft twice, which, you know, could be an advantage. You know, I'm not going to say it's not. He can pick 2 top 5 players in 1 pick, or in 2 picks back to back. So like he has an advantage here. We are picking multiple positions. So we're going to start with coach. Coach is not affected by the snake draft, because we wanted to make sure we could each get a coach that can lead our team to victory. But after coach, we're going to go to a snake. So the pick will go Nam, Dan, Tyler, Dan, Nam. And then we'll go through the rest of the players. What we're going to be drafting today is a quarterback, a wide receiver 1 and 2, a running back, and a tight end. So Nam, get us started with your pick for coach.
Okay. Now I'm on the clock here.
So, 2 minutes.
No, this is a tough one, and honestly, being the first one to pick, it does put a lot of pressure. I've got some pretty good choices. I feel. I think ultimately, I'm gonna go with Koro Sensei.
Okay.
Assassination Classroom.
He's a leader. I like it.
Not only that, but he is excellent at identifying people's weakness. He has the ability, being that he is a former assassin and that he raises a classroom of assassins, one would assume that he would know ways to render people, I wouldn't say ineffective, but help nerf them down a little bit more than what Dan's gonna nerf them from. Obviously, Kuro Sensei hails from the University of Assassin, so good on him. He actually has a lot of training there. But yeah, no, I think that he's going to be a really good pick for me.
I like that. I like that a lot. It's a smart pick. You've got somebody who knows how to read their opponent, which is very important in football. And he's a fucking octopus man. So that's just fun to see on the sidelines. Like, if I was going to be sitting there watching a football game and I saw a fucking octopus man on the sideline, I'd want to know more about him and I would want to follow your team.
Yeah, well, and then not to mention too, he's always doing all those like little tentacle-y things, and it's like really cool. And he's always helpful, despite the fact that he's a deadly assassin.
The challenge with that, though, is with all those little tentacle-y movements, it's going to be tough to, call out a play for your team when your arms are moving at 90 miles a minute. So we might have some issues there. But I like the pick. I like the pick a lot. That's a smart pick. That's a sensible pick. And I can't see a lot going wrong with that. He knows how to lead a classroom, which will easily translate to a football team. And he's a fucking octopus, man. I can't complain about that.
There is a better octopus man, and his name is Killer B. He can rap, too.
I don't want Killer B as the coach of my team, though. He doesn't see... He's not like a Hokage level guy. Yeah,
he doesn't have that kind of strategy, right? He doesn't have the tactics that would help carry you through your game. Killer B he's a great member to have in your party.
Naruto how to use his Jinchuriki though.
So Killer B for me is like the comparison of Drake on the sideline at a fucking Toronto Raptors game. He's just the hype man. He's just there to get people fired up, he's not a coach. He doesn't have that experience in him.
So he's like the water boy or like
he's a cheerleader. He's a cheerleader.
Okay.
He's out there midfield at halftime going fool you fool with a bunch of like semi-naked women dancing around him. That's a great idea.
Yeah. He's got like a crop top on and like short shorts.
With Sasuke and his little band of people, whatever the hell they was called,
I don't even remember, dude.
Yeah, I don't either.
God, it's been so long.
But he whipped their ass.
Okay. For my pick for my coach, I had a lot of great options on the board, but this one just feels right. And I am picking Erwin Smith from Attack on Titan. That man knows how to pump up a fucking organization, guys. Can you imagine Erwin in the locker room going, my players push forward, my players scream out, my players rage? I would run through a fucking brick wall for this man, and I want him to lead my team.
Then you got the Shinzagyo.
Oh, that's what we're running out of the fucking dome to, dude. Like, we're leaving the Attack on Titan shaped helmet. Like the colossal Titan shaped helmet to the opening from Attack on Titan.
I just don't like, are you trying to like get your players to just like do anything possible?
Yes, I'm trying to get them
win
to
at all costs.
Win at all costs, murder the opponent, figuratively, of course. We can't murder anyone on the football field.
Don't incapacitation penalty.
No,
left and right.
I'm just getting them fired up, man. I'm just getting them fired up. We did have a discussion earlier today about incapacitation. Because I think Tyler wanted to pick somebody that had like a sleep paralysis or some shit to be on his team so he could put everybody to sleep. And I was like, no, that's not kosher with the rules we're playing with.
I had to double check to make sure I was making my picks with the most accurate information possible.
But I appreciate that. I'm glad you checked in because I would have been calling bullshit instantly. Be like, yeah, I said powers count, but you can't put the whole fucking field to sleep. But I feel like Erwin really is a guy who could get a team fired up, and his strategy was really good. before he bit the dust. So I think he could easily call the X's and O's if he had to. We didn't pick offensive and defensive coordinators because we would have been here all night, but I feel like Irwin can lead a team to victory.
I think so too. He's actually one of my backups or whatever, so I was like, this man would be a great coach, honestly. So, but, well, I guess, is that all for you?
With the third pick in the coach selection draft of the 2024 Anime Shonen, whatever draft we're calling it, Tyler selects.
Oh, yeah. It's my turn now. So who I select, I had a hard time with this. I had two top choices, right? I had one where let's say I want to win no matter what, right? Like that's my first choice. And then I want to have all the players have fun and respect me and probably win because they're having fun, right? So I believe I'm going to go with the first pick. The win at all costs. The Bill Belichick route, right?
I had a Bill Belichick route on my side too. I'll talk about it after.
And that is from Blue Lock. You can't beat him. Ego sign. Like this man, he will literally do whatever it takes to win at all costs. You're probably gonna hate his guts, but I feel like when you're dealing with people of this caliber, right? All these shonen characters that we're having, they're like extremely high caliber, and you have to have somebody to put them in line, right? And I feel like Ego can do that. Like he's used to doing shit like that. Like he's gonna knock them down to size. He's gonna put them in line. He's gonna have them running suicides. He's gonna have them running, bear crawls, whatever the hell he wants them to do, and they're gonna like it.
So I have one retort to Ego. Ego would be a better general manager than a coach. I don't see him having the ability to connect to the players.
You don't have to when they're scared of you.
We've seen that over and over again in the NFL. If the players don't like the coach is gone in a year. So you got to think about that.
I'm the manager, though. I'm not firing him.
We'll see how your season goes and your players don't want to play for this guy.
Well, would you like to hear my second pick, though?
Well, yeah, we can. Let's run through briefly the other picks we had for coach because I'm curious.
Okay, well, I guess I'll start with mine since I'm already here. I was this close to picking Guy Sensei. I feel like he would be a great one.
That would have been a pick. That would have been a fucking pick. Be like, hey, y'all are in the springtime of your youth. Let's fucking exercise and become burly ass men and win this football game.
Exactly. He's literally like a perfect pick. It's just I don't know how well he would do like calling plays and stuff. Like basically the people out on the field would be on their own at that point, right? Because he'd be like, just go out there, do your best,
You got a defensive and offensive coordinator to call the plays. We didn't pick those.
He'd be like, have you tried kicking them yet?
That wouldn't go over very well with the refs. I respect that.
But he would be like a great, like anything like that, honestly. Just get them fired up, make them love him, all that stuff. Like I said, him and Ego was the two that I had up there, and I wasn't sure who to pick, but y'all come out with like Nam came out with basically an assassination leader / killer, stuff. You came out with Irwin, so I feel like I gotta compete. I gotta throw out all the stops, and that's Ego.
That's fair. We'll have to see how somebody who bands their team together compares to somebody who makes their team just hate them and want to succeed in spite of them.
I gotta say, it is an interesting strategy, but realistically, nobody can out Ego.
Exactly.
Except for Ego.
True.
He is the Ego. It's literally his name.
Nam,
Next man
I-
up, you know.
I did have
True.
another pick. I did
Okay.
have another pick. And with coach, I went more with tactical, right? Somebody who people are going to respect at the end of the day. Somebody who is also a leader. This guy is doing it in his own way though. And I would have been really confident with Shikamaru.
That's a good pick. He
My
was on one of mine.
So I had Shikamaru on mine, and then I realized how lazy he was when he didn't have to work. And I wanted a guy who would just fucking work all day, because that's what you want in a coach.
Yeah. And well, see, and that's exactly why I went with Koro. Because at first I was like, Shikamaru, he's a good choice. He's a tactician. But then I was like, Assassination Classroom, Koro Sensei. He actually led a whole classroom. Not only that, he also takes care of the people. He literally went out of his way to take care of every single student in that classroom. So he's going to be a great pick for anyone that's on my team, because if they're feeling any discomfort, if they want anything at all, he just makes it happen. And I mean, his tentacles are lightning fast. So that was my alternate
Pause.
choice for coach.
Pause. Lightning fast.
Somebody said something about tentacles.
We're not going back to Food Wars right now. So my other two picks I had for coach were Lelouch Lamperouge.
I knew you was gonna have him, bro.
He's young, but I mean, this man took a band of terrorists and turned them into a like military operation that took down the fucking empire. Nobody can beat him at chess. I mean, he's playing 40 checks while all the other coaches are playing checkers. And his Gias is pretty broken. He could just look the other kicker in the eye with a game-winning field goal and be like, "You're not going to make this kick, you jackass," and he'd miss. But I thought that was too broken, and I really wanted a team that was going to be motivated. I didn't want a team that was going to be relying totally on strategy. And then my other pick was Whitebeard, Edward fucking Newgate. If I didn't want my team to be motivated, I wanted them to be a family. And that's fucking Whitebeard in a nutshell right there.
When you hear your family.
Vin Diesel
We're not doing Vin Diesel stuff. We're not getting into that. I went way too hard into that meme. I dove in so deep. It's not even funny. Oh my god. I had like almost an entire folder, and it was just full of like 60 different Vin Diesel memes about family. It was bad.
I love that. It means
That
you're a
was the whole
family man.
tone.
That means you're a family man. You
means
care
you
about
some.
family. And that's what we needed a GM of these Shonen fantasy football teams.
Exactly.
So
Look,
next, go for
maybe
it.
next time. I was gonna say maybe next time we'll do an actual season type thing. I mean, that would be really
a lot of effort.
It would be, but think about it, right? Maybe just we do one episode at the beginning where we do the draft, and then just every so often, just hey, here's a little update on what's going on with the season.
My team is up 3-0. They're up 3-0 because they're the best in the world. You know, that's what I draft.
How would we determine that?
We couldn't. We'd just be
Yeah,
spitballing.
no.
We're not drafting defenses, so that would also have a major effect on this, I feel like.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. With the players that we're all about to pick, would defense even be able to stop any of them?
I feel like we could probably make some interesting picks for defense.
You put Saitama at fucking strong safety, there's going to be a lot of picks, dude. Think about it. I don't care who your quarterback is.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little cheap, but you know.
Hey, man, he's a shonen anime character, and he doesn't even have powers. So
yeah, I know.
He fits the mold.
I know.
But we gotta nerf him down a little bit, you know, just based on his hard work and training. But besides that, Nam, let's get started with your first pick of the inaugural 2024 Shonen Fantasy Football Draft. Any position you want, just say it.
All right, so this was a tough one.
Like I might end up shooting myself in the foot with this one. But God, which one do I want to go for? I'm torn between two, right? And I think Borsellino, wide receiver.
Oh, I like that.
Teleports to directly where he needs to. He could teleport into the air, catch it, and then just beam himself down into the end zone. Doesn't even matter who the quarterback is. I could have a fucking turtle as my quarterback at this point.
I like that. I like that a lot. For anybody who is not cultured, that is Kizaru of the Admirals of One Piece, who has eaten the light fruit. Is that what it's called?
I'm pretty sure it is.
So the man can turn into light and travel at the speed of fucking light. I love that.
Adam Sandler.
So, yes.
Yes. If we get Borsellino, if we get Kizaru in the live action, it better be fucking Adam Sandler. He's got to deal with Netflix to make it happen. I almost just typed in Adam Sandler on the draft board.
Honestly, because it is Netflix, there's almost a guaranteed chance that it will be too.
I pray to God, dude. I pray to fucking God.
But yeah, no. So Kizaru is going to be my choice. He hails from the University of Redline. So yeah, it's a very prestigious school, but it's not very well liked by a lot of people. They're elitists over there, right? So
Yeah.
like, you know,
No, that's pretty much the equivalent of like a Ivy League, you know, like draft pick right there. And Ivy Leagues normally aren't as good, but they produce smart players.
Yep.
And Kizaru seems like a dummy, but I think he's got a solid pick here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really good. Like he can really go, you know, he can go really fast and stuff. By the way, his devil fruit is actually called the glint
fruit. Right.
Yeah, I just looked it up. So, but yeah, that's a pretty good first pick. So I'm curious to know like what your like other pick was that you was like iffy on or whatever. So
if he doesn't get picked, you'll find out. Okay, but yeah, no. Borsellino comes in at a whopping 9 feet 11 inches tall, which is just absolutely insane as well.
Is that like legit? I knew he was tall. I know One Piece characters, you know, like are really tall to begin with, except for if you're like the Straw Hats, right?
Yeah, unless you're a main character.
Yeah. Unless you're like, I think Frankie and Brooke is the only two like really tall ones from the Straw Hats, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So I don't know.
But yeah, no. So with him being 9 foot 11 inches tall, I would say that he's probably going to be also about like 410 pounds. He's pretty slender, right? He's not super buff. A lot of his power is just relying on the glint fruit to be able to just use that light. So
yeah, by the way, I just want to apologize in advance because I ain't got no stats, bro.
I'm also gonna say, Tyler, I had to step away for a second there, but pretty bold strategy asking about other wide receiver picks when we have another wide receiver slot on the board. But Kizaru weighs 573 pounds. He is a fucking tank.
Damn. Well, I guess it makes sense though, because of how tall he is, right? Like,
yeah, I mean,
if you're that tall,
he's got 3 feet on me, and I mean, I'm a big guy, but like, I don't weigh 573 pounds.
Yeah, it's absolutely absurd.
You know, you never think about like how tall One Piece characters are and like how much they weigh and stuff. So this like is really puts things into perspective. So, but yeah, great pick. He's super fast based on his length and weight. So that's all I know to tell you.
Next on the board is Dan.
All right,
What do
let's
you
get
got?
to it. So this pick might be a little out of spite. Tyler has a favorite anime character, and I want to take it from him. So for my pick, I am picking my wide receiver at number 2 in the draft, Minato Namikaze. He is 5.87 feet tall, weighs 145 pounds, hailing from the University of the Leaf Village. I think Minato's really smart pick here. He might be the fastest person in the world. And if we pull a little sketchy shit, he marks that football, he can transport there. He can teleport to the football. So my QB is going to be able to throw a Hail Mary, and Minato's going to go clap, clap, and be there to catch it. And that's all we need, guys. Like, we need guys in the end zone, guys catching balls. Doesn't matter where it goes. It could be the left side, right side. Minato is there.
Yeah,
Pause,
he's
catching
got
balls.
Catching balls all day, baby.
Yeah, the dude's got the flying thunder god technique, and he was literally going to be one of my first picks because he's like crazy. That's crazy for a wide receiver,
That was actually going to be my first pick, and I was going to have him as running back. But yeah.
Okay.
It's funny because I was between running back and wide receiver, but I was like, he's fast. But the Flying Thunder God is so broken. I got to get his hands in the air. And that's what decided it for me.
He could literally put his tag on the ball, right?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah. He's broken.
Like, he can put his tag on the ball. He can put his tag in the end zone. And he just there he is. There he was. Not much you can do about that,
Imagine the play before he throws this tag down on the 50-yard line, left hash, and you're blocking him, and all of a sudden he just teleports over there and gets hit with a pass. Like, you can't defend that, dude. He is an all-time wide receiver.
Literally.
Yeah. Well,
just takes a little ninjutsu.
Let's see what you got, Tyler.
I feel like Dan made this pick just because he knew I was next, because I was definitely probably picking him. So
yes, 1,000%. I was literally texting Bass yesterday, like, "Hey, I'm gonna pick Minato in the first round just to piss Tyler off."
This is why the wheel was rigged, bro.
Dude, I didn't rig shit.
Okay, so
yeah, he didn't even get first pick. It was me.
So since with the number 3 pick in the draft, by the way, I have the number 4 pick too. I just want to let y'all know.
Broke it in now.
If I can't have Minato, I'm taking Naruto, his son.
Okay.
At wide receiver. That's important. Because the reason why I want to pick him at wide receiver is because literally he can make so much use with his clone jutsu, right? Shadow clone jutsu. Who are you gonna guard? When he's got like 50 of them.
So here's my question with that. Okay, so if Naruto uses Shadow Clone Jutsu, are the refs gonna pull a flag for too many men on the field?
No, because why would they?
I'm not the ref. I don't know. That's a lot of guys
it is
a
valid question, though.
It's a valid question here, man. That's why Naruto didn't make my list.
But the thing is, with a shonen football game, right? We really don't need linemen. They're irrelevant at this point. So I can literally have how many people we got? 3, 5. So I can have 7, 8 or 7. Yeah, 7, right?
Well, we need linemen. We're just not drafting them
No.
because we'd
Yeah, I
be
was
here all
gonna
day.
say.
We need linemen. We're
figured-
just not drafting them because we'd be here all day.
We
Maybe
got a
at the
tight
end.
end.
Make them like league average, basically. Is
Yeah.
what they would be. We would have like a league average defense team and other offense teams. These are just like the superstars.
Yeah, we're just picking skill players. I mean, if we picked a whole fucking roster, we'd be here all night.
Well,
But no, I would be pretty concerned. I mean, if you had a ref who might have had $10 in the other team, he might call a too many men on the field. I know if I was a ref and I saw 47 Naruto's running around, I would throw a flag. So I have like, you just got to think about that with your pick here. I mean, Naruto has so much other upside that Shadow Clone Jutsu might not be the issue, but you could line 10 men up and have him pulled out at the fucking time of the hike, and all of a sudden he runs a different direction. That's also a valid play.
yeah,
You just
that's
can't
what I'm
have
saying.
40s. You can't have 40 of them running around out there.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe not have like, since we're required to have linemen, right? Maybe I don't have many linemen and I have multiple Naruto's, right? Not like
Well-
40. I'm just saying like how many ever that I have linemen missing, right? I have them as Naruto's, but I have them like happen before the snap. So
Okay. So nobody knows who the real Naruto is. I like that. That's smart. That's
except for
deception.
us.
Well, except
Obviously,
for
we're gonna
you.
have
I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna have a way to figure out which one's the real Naruto, or that could be really tricky for us too. You know what I mean?
Well, his shadow clones could catch a ball, right?
Plus, I mean, technically, we know the
Unless we get
routes
hit by
that
the
he's
ball.
running, right?
Oh, true.
So, like, we know
Yeah.
which one is gonna be him because we know which route he's supposed to run.
It's
So,
a very deceptive pick. I like it. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure that you weren't having 40 fucking Naruto's run around a
Well,
football field.
I was going to, but you nerfed me again. So,
I'm just playing with the rules of the game, dude.
Yeah, for real. Be sensible here. He's like,
Right.
I'm gonna pick the cheapest characters I can.
I
Next,
said
he's gonna pick Nokatan.
he's gonna have 47 deer on the field. Chica.
one of the other reasons why I picked Naruto, by the way, is that he's literally the creator of the Naruto run. If y'all have heard of it before,
I believe we have. I believe everybody who's listening to this podcast has heard of that run.
What is a
well,
Naruto run?
it has to be extremely fast, right? Because it's a Naruto run. So
Well-
he's got other skills than just a shadow clone jutsu. So
Well, I mean, according to modern physics and the aesthetics of running, you're actually not running as fast if you do that. But I
Well,
like
you're
it.
Naruto,
I
though.
like it. I like it.
I feel like this would be like I feel like I would put him in the slot a lot. Kind of like a Cooper Cup, like a Julian Edelman type thing.
I like
Because
that.
he's like, what, 5'10" probably?
He's
So-
I can look it up. He's a small white guy who belongs in the
Yeah.
slot, like Edelman, Wes Welker, Cooper Cup.
And I got Bill Belichick basically as my coach. So it checks out, y'all.
Naruto is 5'11" in Boruto, so yeah, he's a short dude. He's a short
Yeah.
dude. He fits in the slot well.
Fine. That's
I
fine.
looked it up and I saw 4'6", and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, that's fine. 5'10", 5'11". I mean, like I said, Julian Edelman, Wes Welker, Cooper Cup, like they're all smaller. He's meant for the slot because he's literally gonna be great at route running, and he's gonna have his shadow clones. We're gonna have our shadow clones to deceive everyone else.
I
So,
like it. You just got to make sure you don't have too many men on the field. That's it.
it's fine. We got Bill Ego taking care of that shit. So
Bill
Dude,
Ego Belichick.
with Lelouch, I literally had the Bill Belichick in the back with his Gias. He could just like tell people to do shit, and I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah, so that is my first pick, wide receiver 1. Now for my second pick, fourth pick
Bro.
of the fantasy draft.
Yeah,
What's
dude,
up?
I was ready to come in with With the fourth pick of the 2024 Shonen Fantasy Football Draft, Tyler selects, and you just took it from me.
Well, I just let you do it. That way I could do it now. I got an interesting pick. So, you know, in fantasy football, right? Tight ends are a very big thing, right? You got a select few elite tight ends. And I feel like my tight end choice is one of those. You know, he is basically like the Travis Kelce, right? You want to get him as soon as possible. And that is, we got him from JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen. His name is Toto.
I literally had this typed in before you said it.
Yeah. So I'm assuming this is a popular pick probably. So, but this dude literally, like, he's big, he's solid, he's strong. Like I think he would be really good as a tight end because not only can he block, I feel like he can also catch the ball and stuff too. He's got really good teamwork. We see it all the time with Itadori and him. You know, but the thing is the boogie woogie, bro. We got to start dancing like the boogie woogie. So, like, literally his ability, if like he would be a god at blocking. So, like, if your quarterback's about to get sacked, right? Like, he can just like switch places. You know, he can just switch places with whoever, like boogie woogie him. Who cares? You don't even have to block.
That's so smart, and like the game awareness to make that happen has been. It's been shown so many times in JJK. I mean, when we got Jump Jutsu Kaisen against the plant curse, I can't remember their name.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, they went ham on that thing with the boogie woogie. So I know Toto has the ability to make that quick clap before his.
And he don't even have to clap.
No, he has to clap. That's part of the boogie woogie.
Well, he does. It doesn't have to happen or whatever, right? Like he can. No, I'm not saying. I'm saying
that
he can
clap
clap.
was in his heart, bro.
Well, he can clap, but it doesn't happen. You know, like he can control when it happens when he claps, right? That was the whole thing.
I mean, he was like near death, so we're gonna claps required. He's got to clap, but yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is he can fake people out by clapping, but it not actually doing anything.
Oh, that's
he actually did that.
Dude, you are on the deceptive train right now with your draft picks right here. Like, I'm gonna create 47 shadow clones. No, I'm gonna create 2 shadow clones. Okay, that's fine.
Then I wanna add Boogie Woogie into the mix.
Fucking you get Boogie Woogie in with a Naruto Uzumaki shadow clone. Big brain.
But the thing is not only can he like teleport himself, right, or switch places himself, he can do other people. So he can literally just put my quarterback in the end zone, right? If somebody's in the end zone. So I can have a shadow clone run to the end zone and just stand there, right? And my quarterback just run around to the last second, and then bam, here we go.
Yeah, that's fucking broken. I was thinking about Toto, but I didn't put him there because I thought he was too broken. But you came in with a hot pick, dude. I like it.
Like I said, and I feel like he compares to Travis Kelce, not only because he's the big, reliable, elite tight end, right? But also because, he loves J-Law, right? And Travis Kelce is a Swiftie, bro. So
I mean, Jennifer Lawrence and Taylor Swift are very different people.
They're kind of the same, though.
How did you put those together?
They're both women.
Oh, Tyler, you're gonna get us canceled with that take, bro. Come on, stop.
Yeah, the Swifties are gonna come after us, bro.
I don't think the Swifties are listening to this podcast.
It doesn't matter. They will find out. They will sniff it out. They will come hunting down Tyler like a bad omen. I'm sorry, Tyler. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah, shit. Okay. We got to find another host now. Tyler's dead. He burned at the stake.
By the Swifties.
He's gonna be burned at the stake with fucking some Taylor Swift playing in the background.
What's that?
Anti-hero.
Red,
Yeah, oh red. Yeah, red makes sense.
right?
All right. So with the 5th pick of the 2024 Shonen Anime Draft, I am selecting a quarterback out of Jiro State University, and I am picking Perfect Cell. He is your prototypical quarterback build. Homie is 7 feet tall, weighs 221. He's light on his feet. He's got great foot posture. And he has the IQ of the strongest people who have ever invaded Earth up into that point in the Dragon Ball Z universe. He's got Frieza, King Cold, Vegeta, Goku, Gohan. He has the battle IQ to lead my team to victory. And with an extra kick here, homie has a tail. So if he's going to get sacked, you can throw it on his tail to add extra stabilization and help evade that sack.
Who did you pick again? I'm sorry.
Perfect Cell.
God damn it,
Perfect
Tyler.
Cell.
Watch Dragon Ball Z, you fuck.
I thought you said cat or something.
No, I said Perfect Cell.
Oh, I see you.
He's like,
You-
perfect cat.
You're picking strong. He's strong as hell, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's fucking... It took a father-son Kamehameha to take the man down, and that was kind of an ass pull, in my opinion. But
Yeah, we literally done a segment over this, right? It's been forever though, but we did a segment.
I can't think of a better metahuman android bug thing to lead my team to victory.
Grasshopper.
Pretty much. But dude, he's 7 feet tall. He can throw the ball for days. Like, he's strong as hell. He's fast as hell. He's smart as hell, and he's got the build for it.
Okay.
Lastly, a little sidebar here. Because I'm drafting Perfect Cell, I get Kermit to be my mascot based on all the videos I see on TikTok and YouTube. So that's exciting too. We're the Fighting Kermits.
It's funny you mentioned that because you drafted him as a quarterback, right?
Yeah.
And you said that Kermit comes with him. So basically, you got Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. No, I literally got the Patty Mahomes of the anime universe, and I have Kermit running around the sideline with pom-poms.
I love that. Okay.
And my team now is the Fighting Kermits. It's done. The Fighting Kermits are going to be elite.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, that's a good name. So, it's a good pick too. So, especially, I always had issues like picking quarterbacks like this early, but I mean, I guess we only got 5 rounds. So, like, this is like mid draft. I feel like it's okay.
Dude,
So.
he's got the prototypical QB build. He's tall, he's sturdy, he can sling the ball for days, and he can use instant transmission. So worst case, he goes and catches his own pass.
You know what's funny? We're on the fantasy football stuff. Like 2 years ago, I think in our league, we had someone take Aaron Rodgers first overall. I'm like, what are we doing?
And he won.
No,
No?
no.
My friend used to, he was a Jets fan, and he would pick Tom Brady overall first pick. Whatever position was, he picked Tom Brady in the first round. And he won like 2 years in a row. He's like, dude, it's just Tom Brady. It's fine.
I mean, that's understandable. You know, we actually had someone pick Cam Newton when Cam Newton was like going crazy,
Good.
you know, first overall, and they done a really good job. So I don't blame them for that. But Aaron Rodgers, you know, I don't know, man. Like
He's
a little
too busy.
early.
He's too busy smoking cactus leaves and shit, you know? He's
What
up on
even-
the
Is that a new thing?
ayahuasca?
The cactus?
Aaron Rodgers does drugs from a cactus that are technically illegal. He goes on
Alright,
retreats.
interesting.
You didn't know that?
No, I don't listen to stuff. So,
Oh, yeah, no, Aaron
all I
Rodgers-
consume is anime.
Aaron Rodgers, big fan of the ayahuasca.
Okay.
All right, Nam,
Okay.
you're up with the 6th pick in the 2024 Shonen Anime Football Fantasy Football Draft. What do you got? Bum bum
For
bum
this one,
bum.
all right. So there's quite a lot of really, really interesting choices here. And I think I think I'm gonna go with Kahlua wide receiver.
Okay, I like that. I like that a
He's-
lot.
He's very, very nimble. He's trained to be an assassin, so he knows how to get out of situations very, very well. And he is also very devious too. You really can't predict him, and when he gazes at you and stuff like that, you can't get a read on him.
I think it's gonna be tough with his height, you know. So
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna have to hope he grows a good bit in the off season. He is no, actually he's 5'2", so he can make it work with his agility. He can make that work. And
He's
he's
about
12.
like Russell Wilson. It's fine.
He's 12,
Damn,
so he might
How big?
5'2" at 12.
Jesus. All right.
I mean, that's a pretty good size at 12, right?
Hey, man, I told you I was going to be looking up the heights and the weights of these players. I mean, Killa's got to weigh 60 pounds soaking wet, and he's 5'2". So he might have a hard time going up against a strong, big safety, but I like it. I like the pick.
I don't know. See, I don't have much fear because of his pedigree, right? He originally started at the University of Assassins, right? Where he did phenomenal, right? But he decided that he wanted to transfer. So he went to the Hunters University, right?
Oh,
And
we got a
honestly-
transfer portal pick. I like that.
Honestly, he really excelled there. He was up against a lot tougher opponents. He was in a much more difficult league, and he actually excelled even better than he did as an assassin. So, truth be told, I have no problems putting my faith in him to be able to get out there at just the right spot. And even if it's not, he can get to it.
Fair enough. I like the pick. You know, he's got hops on him, so I feel like he can get up, but it just depends on who he's going against. You know, I mean, we're not drafting defenses today. Maybe we do that another day. That'd be really fun too. And then actually it'd be really fun if we drafted defenses and compared our offenses to the other team's defenses. That might be really fun.
That would be pretty cool.
It's interesting what Nas picked so far. He's basically picked an assassination sensei. He's picked Adam Sandler, and he's also picked another assassin.
No.
So.
Nam's team right now is built around speed, not size. And you know, a lot of NFL teams are looking at speed as the go-to. So like he's on the right track here. You know, I'm trying to build a balanced team, and Nam's like, I'm gonna build the fastest fuck boys.
Yeah. Honestly, though, keep in mind we still have another 3 picks. So anything can happen with these next 3 picks.
Yeah, and I'm just over here with Ego's guys' binoculars out, watching games, you know, recording shit, you know, all that good stuff. So it's fine.
Carl Sensei is giving everyone massages.
Erwin is just screaming in the locker room right now, and that's what I need.
All right.
Awesome. With the 7th pick in the inaugural 2024 Anime Shonen Fantasy Football Draft, I'm gonna take Monkey D. Luffy as my wide receiver too.
Aren't we doing Snake though?
Yeah, you just when I go. Oh no, you go next. Shit. Oh, you go again. Yeah, go do your thing.
I'm not picking him. He's not. He's
good.
Actually not. For once, right? As much as I just go off on One Piece.
Sorry, I skipped a pick. You're good.
He is not going to be my next pick.
I might change my pick now. I don't know.
I am picking someone from that universe, though. My running back is going to be none other than Trafalgar D. Law.
Oh,
Okay.
so many good ones coming off the
Vroom.
board now.
Shambles.
So many good ones coming off the board. This is one that I had on my board too, like pretty high up. So, but I felt like I had to pick my two that I already picked first. So
I like it.
You
I
got
like
some
to
really
pi-
good picks though, honestly.
I like to pick a lot. You know, he is slender. He's not gonna be the best at like cutting tackles, but it doesn't matter because he just has to switch spots with a wide receivers up the field.
Yeah, and having someone like Killua or Kizaru, right? They can get across the field instantly.
You're not wrong.
so
You see, the surprise here is that I really did think very hard about how I could make this work with using speed and just a couple abilities that most people like, they're cool, they're sorely underrated in times. Like Room's only a real ability is just to transfer. He can, slice things up inside of it too, sure, but he doesn't need to do that. Just needs to switch places.
It just makes you wonder how teams are going to adapt to his ability after that first season. You know, you see a lot where a running back's got a good cut or a quarterback is, agile on their feet. And then the next season, they're not as good because the teams have film on them. So at that point, if they got film on Law, like those guys who are covering Killua and Kizaru, they're going to be in lockdown. They're going to be just ready to tackle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they might even
So-
be mid-tackle the moment Room actually starts up. But
Yeah.
at the same time, that's still a risk that's worth taking as long as Law's got a good grip on it and he gets past the first down, right? Because that's what it is. At that point, it's a war of attrition.
I like it.
I'm not trying to outscore you guys. I'm just trying to have more points than you at the end of the game.
I like it. No, that's smart. That's all that matters. That's football.
Yeah.
I also like I don't know if I'd have him a running back though. Like he seems like I don't know. Like I feel like he would be better at wide receiver, but you already got your two wide receivers, So
Well, and here's another thing, right?
Well,
you'd have to
it's-
rely on him to get out there and then catch it.
that might be a challenge too. We don't allow his hands, but I was gonna say if he has the rock in his hand, can he use Room and include the football? Because that's what I'm not sure of. That's
Personally,
Two
I
objects.
wouldn't do that. Personally, I wouldn't have him do that. Obviously, though, that might be a tactic that Koro Sensei decides is something worth looking into. But another thing, too, that I really like about Koro Sensei is that he is going to keep the integrity of the game intact. He is still, despite being an assassin, despite looking into everyone's weakness, he is still going to make sure that the integrity of the game is one thing that he keeps intact.
Ladies and gentlemen, you need to protect the shield. That's the Roger Goodell in me coming out here saying we need to protect the integrity of the game. We need to protect the shield. And Nama's doing that. So I like that.
yeah, wear the Guardian caps.
I mean, Tyler here was trying to have 47 Naruto's. So we had to step in there.
Hang on, and then he wanted to be having Toto just boogie woogie his way all the way through all the Narutos to the end zone.
Hey, smart play, not within the rules. We didn't set rules, but I expected the rules of the game to be followed.
That's fine. I'm pretty adaptable, Like I can use my
Please.
players to adapt.
Well, shit.
You do have very adaptable players, though. That is one thing that I will give you. Naruto, every single challenge, he's always adapting. Toto, he had to adapt to various situations and changes on the fly, right? He was trying to keep up with Yuji in season 2. He can't fall behind his little brother. Black flashes left and right.
If you guys aren't reading the manga, you don't even know.
He
But
even
yeah.
transformed into a magical girl. I mean, what else can he do,
Hey. That was his stand. That was his JoJo stand behind him, dude. Leave that alone. Well,
All right, with the number 8 pick of the Shonen Fantasy Football, whatever we're calling it, draft 2024 Degen style. Dan is on the clock.
I said someone, but I'm gonna change it. I said someone last round, but I'm gonna change it because it was spoilers, and we don't like spoilers in this podcast. I'm actually gonna go with Shinra Kusakabe from Fire Force. He's young. He's only 18. He's 5'8". He weighs 148 pounds. He's a light guy. But just think about this. The Devil's footprints on the turf. Shinra blasting into the air, catching a touchdown. And you just see the fire from his feet dissipate as he lands in the end zone. And for me, that's poetic. I think that's a beautiful image, and his touchdown dance is gonna be breakdancing. So he's gonna demoralize the other team while looking fly as fuck as he does it.
Okay. Wait, I don't know a whole lot about this dude, but I mean, it sounds like a solid pick. So
Shinra can shoot fire out of his feet.
So are you using that to go faster?
Oh yeah, faster in the air, all that shit. And he uses fire to spin around on his head doing breakdancing shit. And you need a diva on the team. Every good football team has a diva, and I think Shinra can be my diva.
He's gonna be your Antonio Brown.
Yeah, exactly.
Your TO.
Well, I don't want to say Antonio Brown. I don't think he's going to take his jersey off in the end zone and strip and leave the stadium. But I think he can be. I think he can be my Randy Moss, my TO. He can be that guy for me.
Okay. I like it. Chad Johnson, forgotten.
Little Ocho Cinco. Okay.
Yeah. That's a really good pick. So it's definitely not someone that I would pick because I don't know who that is. So
I definitely could have saved him for the last round, but I said I was going to pick a wide receiver, so I didn't want to deviate.
Okay.
Fair.
Well, we got 3 more picks. Wait, yeah. 3
more picks.
3 more.
You have 3 more picks. You have 3 more picks, Tyler. Dan and I have 2 more picks.
Yeah, okay.
So we have
So-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more picks.
My next 2 picks, is going to be pretty critical because I'm going to have to leave one on the board for the, what's it called? Mr. Irrelevant.
I like that.
With the 9th pick in the Shonen football draft, Degen style, I think I'm going to take, a running back this time.
Okay.
And I think that I'm going to take Mash from Mashle. Because this dude literally played Quidditch, right? He played Quidditch with these magic users without magic. So I'm pretty sure that he's capable of playing football, with other people. Because it doesn't matter. Like, he's strong as hell. He's got that muscle. Like, he's bench pressing. Like, just give him some cream puffs or whatever, and he's fine, I feel like he's like a Derrick Henry type person, just like plow through everything. He's fast as hell. Like the sky's literally the limit with him, right? Like, and he has no magic. So, like, I don't know.
Dude, you have me thinking about my middle linebacker right now, and I'd be picking Saitama to deal with this fucking dude. Like,
I mean, you would have to, right?
Yeah, you would need a sturdy, stronger character, either Saitama or Goku or something of that caliber to stop Mash. I mean, Mash can run up the side of a mountain, so he can easily run down the fucking turf on a football field.
I mean, I don't think he's very smart, but that's fine. Just do what the quarterback tells you to do. Run this way, bro, straight.
Grab the ball and run that way.
Hand the rock off, find the gap, and run. That's all he's got to know.
And I guarantee this man, if you throw cream puffs at him, he will catch them all day long, right? So his receiving skills should be top notch.
I'm sorry. You guys have seen the video of Marshawn Lynch on the sideline riding the bike eating Skittles, right?
Yeah, I've seen all kinds of Marshawn Lynch shit, bro.
I'm just imagining Mash on the bike keeping his legs loose eating cream puffs right now, and that's all I needed. I'm good. Like, that's all I needed in my life.
Yeah, so this is a great pick for me. I was hoping that no one else would pick him up until this point. So I feel like he was like a underrated pick. So
I like
he
it.
definitely fell
Uh,
to a great place. So
Yeah, you don't have to pay him
um
as much now.
exactly. I can like pay him like 200,000 or whatever the going rate for rookies are, late round rookies. So
You could pay him 200 cream puffs.
exactly.
200,000 cream puffs.
So I got an interesting one. I'm
All right.
gonna pick a wide receiver this time, right?
Okay.
And I'm not gonna pick Luffy. I was gonna pick Luffy, but Dan would have picked him earlier. So I'm just gonna pretend like he's not there because that would be too easy. I feel like.
You can pick Luffy if you want.
No, it's
You know,
fine.
I passed him up. I left
got-
him on the board for you.
I got a backup. I feel like Luffy is kind of like a loose cannon, right? Like he, you know,
So-
he would be really good with his rubber stuff, right? Like catching the balls. He could be like OBJ, right? Odell Beckham.
I
doing
just feel
some
like
crazy
Luffy will never run the right route.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like I feel like he doesn't fit with Ego-san, right?
No, they would not get along. You're
Yeah.
right there.
So I think I would have to choose. This is a kind of a wild one from Undead Unluck, Fuko.
You're picking
Because-
a teenage girl to be your wide receiver?
Yes, because what would
Okay.
happen if you touch her? You literally get bad luck.
Oh shit, you're dead.
No, she can control. Like she was able to like kind of control it after she went on her training arc. Remember? So now she
Yeah.
can like not kill people. She can just like make it more adaptive to the situation at hand. And we're playing football, baby. So like you go to try to touch her and you just fall on your face. Like
Yeah, so you're gonna touch Fuko, you're gonna be chasing her down, then all of a sudden you're gonna tear your ACL on some bad turf. Nobody's gonna
No.
want to touch her.
Yeah, so you would either be really scared to touch her, right? Or you just wouldn't care and touch her and then you would get, punished basically. Like this is a really solid pick, I think. I knew nobody would probably pick her because she is a teenage girl, but I think that it fits my team. So, I feel like it fits my vibes. So
Yeah,
I'm winning
no.
at all costs, no matter what.
You could have definitely waited to a later round to pick Fuko, I think, because I don't think she was on any of our radars.
Only got
I
one
have
more
no idea who
round.
she is.
Yeah,
Personally.
you could have waited to the last round though. She could have been Mrs. Irrelevant, and it would have been fine too. So you might be missing out on a great quarterback right now. I don't know.
There's no way that y'all picking my quarterback. My theme is like kind of underrated people that y'all are not gonna pick, and I guarantee
I'm
y'all
sorry,
are not gonna pick my dude.
You picked Naruto Uzumaki. And you're talking
Because
about underrated.
I have to have one superstar, bro, and that was Minato, but you took him. So I had to pick
No,
the next
your
best
star
thing.
is Kodo.
Yeah,
Your
he's. I know
He's
because
infinitely
Minato's
gonna be
gone.
better.
Minato's gone.
Yeah. No, I did
So-
that on purpose. I did not want to pick Minato in the first round, but I thought it was really funny.
Tyler was gonna pick him. So
I was gonna pick him as well. Honestly,
he's too broken, bro. The
it
Thunder
was,
God technique is broken.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my 10th pick. Like I said, I feel like it would be great. People would be scared to touch her. They'd be tripping, minor injuries. Even she could probably do major injuries. I don't know how they incapacitation or whatever the hell, however you say it, works. I don't know if I'd be getting penalties for that or not. But like if I like took him down like for multiple games or whatever. So I don't know. We'll have to figure that out as we go. So
All
who's
right.
got next pick? Dan?
I have next pick.
Okay.
So for my next pick, I'm gonna pick a tight end. out of, according to ChatGPT, Stanford University.
Oh no.
And I am picking Jotaro Kujo.
Okay.
Dude is a fucking tank. 6'4", 226 pounds. Oh, sorry, 6'5", 180 pounds. I'm looking at the wrong notes here. He's tall. He's ripped. Perfect stature to be a tight end. I don't think he's gonna have any issues blocking for a running back. I mean, the man is fucking built. Solid pick, solid dude. And I'm not even mentioning Star Platinum. Homie has a stand that can catch a bullet from 2 feet away. So he can easily catch a football in the tightest of situations. I mean, like, it might not look like it's him, but Star Platinum's going to catch the ball, bring it into Jotaro's hands. So I have a lockdown tight end, and he's a fucking monster.
What does he have like any like crazy abilities, or does he just have his what does stands do? You know,
So-
I'm not familiar with JoJo's very
You
much.
need to watch JoJo's first off. So stands are basically like an extra. I'm trying to think how to explain this. It's almost like, imagine if you had a ghost behind you that would do shit. You could attack with a ghost.
So are you gonna get hit with the too many men on the field too?
Well, no, it's a ghost. You can't see him. It's fine. The refs can't see stands. They're not in on that.
What if it's a supernatural ghost?
Well, yeah, the ref can't see that
I mean,
shit.
supernatural ref.
No, only stand users can see stands, and I'm sure this ref is not going to be able to see stands, so game on. And 2, Jotaro can stop time, so that's pretty fucking broken. He can use good old Dio's move, Zowworldo, and fucking stop time. I mean, he's a lockdown fucking tight end.
Yeah.
You're not going to be better than him.
Okay. I mean, that's a solid pick then, if you can stop time. So, the game would just never end at that point.
Well, he stops it for like 10 seconds and runs into the end zone, and nobody knows what happens. But I know what happened because I picked him.
Okay.
And Erwin is sitting there going, fuck yeah, let's go, baby.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Doing work over here. I got you. So now it is Nom's turn with the 12th pick of the Shonen fantasy draft.
Yep.
So for this one, I am going to be picking my tight end as Gohan.
Oh, okay.
So don't get me wrong, Goku fan favorite, blah 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 blah. Ultra Instinct would be great, but Beast Gohan is something else, right? Like honestly, he's not going to be able to stop, time being stopped, but at the same time, he'll be able to get over to wherever as soon as time is up. And if there is even even just a foot of difference between the end zone and the runner, I feel like he could close that gap.
Okay.
I like it. I had Gohan as a QB pick because of his intellect. But having a smart tight end is never a bad thing.
I was going to say, because he's also able to be offensive as well. So he can also, if he's running out there and stuff like that, and he does happen to be in a position where he can catch it, more power to him.
He's got hands.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably do like some tight end options, right? Or what's it called?
Dude, you know who Gohan would be like the perfect comparison to is Taysom Hill.
Yeah, true. Yeah. That is a great comparison. So.
Like you want to get weird with it, you just have Gohan throw the ball. I mean, he can do that. So fuck yeah.
So how big is like Gohan, like Dragon Ball characters? Because are they like 6 foot?
Gohan at the age of 22 was 5'9" and 134 pounds. So he's a little light for a tight end, but I think he's got the strength to make up for it.
Most
Like
definitely.
you said, Taysom Hill, so
And I mean, obviously, when he was at Capsule Corp University, his major focus was on his studies, but
Capsule
He did-
Corp University.
it was clever. You gotta admit. But yeah, no, he focused mainly on his studies, but at the same time, he was highly sought after in the academic realm. So, if motivated properly, and I think that Koro Sensei would have the ability to do so, that he could definitely be a great asset. as a
Definitely.
tight
I
end.
mean, there are a lot of athletes, period, who have bygone normal jobs to go play in professional sports because you make way more money. I mean, you got Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck probably could have been a fucking doctor if he wanted to. And then you've got Jaylen Brown on the Celtics. Like, man, fucking interned at NASA and now he plays basketball. So,
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. But yeah, no. So with that out of the way,
Your 13th pick.
the 13th pick
quarterback.
of the fantasy anime shonen draft fantasy Degen. I'm making it worse as we go. This is a tough one because quarterback there's a lot of different options, and I've been thinking about this one for a bit. I originally was going to go with a very, very large character. Someone that realistically, like, you just wouldn't be able to take down.
Choji.
No, someone you couldn't take down.
Choji's on the line. Don't worry about it.
I was thinking of someone I'll tell you guys afterwards, but for my QB, I'm gonna go Saitama.
Okay.
Okay. There goes your pick of drafting him on defense, Dan. So now
Yeah.
I'm basically gonna be unstoppable. Well, I mean, so is Nam, but
Well, I don't know. So with quarterback, intelligence is pretty important, and Saitama knows one thing only, and that's punching. So
Yep.
I don't know if he knows how to read a defense.
No, and I'm banking on everyone else because
he's just
I
a
don't.
figurehead, basically, right?
Yeah, I don't need like as great as it would be to have a smart quarterback. Because my other choice was honestly going to be Kaido. The man's 26 feet tall. Who the fuck is taking him down?
Well, I'm drafting Luffy
Godzilla. But that being said,
I really probably should have mentioned that we should take characters that are 26 to 30 feet tall and nerf them to normal sizes, because that would have helped. Yeah, 26.
Yeah.
I mean, how the hell do you hike the ball to a 26-foot tall quarterback?
Very strong.
Dude's gonna be standing like 30 yards behind the line to catch that thing in the shotgun.
Bro, he's gonna be holding the football between his thumb. It's gonna be like the small violin that Mr. Krabs plays, right?
How is he gonna throw a spiral out of 2 fingers?
so that's why Kaido didn't win ultimately. But Saitama, he's strong, right? I'm not banking on him to punch. I'm banking on him to throw it. Because with Kahlua, he can get to anywhere on the field and catch it, right? Kizaru, just fucking beam his way to it. Law, room.
I feel like me and you agreed on the offense there. I just like Cell. I don't know. I mean, Cell is not as strong as Saitama, obviously, because Saitama is the strongest in anime. But my wide receivers were built for the same reason. I wanted somebody who could get to the ball wherever it was thrown, and you did the same thing. We had the same idea there.
Yeah, which was actually really interesting to see as well.
Okay, that's a good pick. It's gonna be interesting to see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, he could have like one of those offenses that just has a running quarterback too, you know. So
true. Yeah, I mean, you could throw him out on a fake
option,
handoff,
West
an
Coast
option
or whatever,
play,
right?
and an option play, and Saitama is going to have a really hard time getting taken down. So you essentially have 2 running backs and a guy who can throw the ball a million miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hope he can hit the end zone and not hit the crowd behind the end zone.
Look, Kizaru knows how to beam up real quick. Just catch it.
Saitama's never had a good ability to rein in his power, and that's the only thing I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also going based around the nerfing, right? Like while he does
True.
have that ridiculous strength, I think he's going to be stronger than everyone on the field, but I don't think he's going to be too strong to where he's going to break someone's arm by throwing it.
Oh, I guess so. With Saitama's strength, I'm gonna say he can throw the ball 100 yards, which is unheard of, you know.
Yeah,
But can he
A
throw it
straight
20?
spiral.
Can he throw it 15? Can he throw it 10? That's what we need to see.
yeah. And honestly, I don't think that he'd be able to.
No, I mean the game is just gonna be nothing but touchdowns. Defense doesn't matter.
Who could score touchdowns the fastest? Alrighty. Well, I think Dan's next with the 14th pick overall.
I'm up with the 14th pick, and you guys gonna have to deal with this one. I'm picking Sonic the Hedgehog out of Green Hill State University. Sonic X is an anime. You can fucking deal with it. That's my running back. Fastest fucking hedgehog in the world. Like, what do you want me to say? The dude's fast as fuck. You go supersonic. You can't stop him.
I like it. That's classic Dan. I like it.
I always think of like, how can I work Sonic into this? I was like, wait, there was a Sonic anime. Like, we're good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. You know, like.
Now I got that fucking theme song
but the
stuck in
thing
my head.
is
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
How big is Sonic?
Sonic is 3 feet tall and 77 pounds.
So what'd you say? 77 pounds?
77 pounds, but you can't catch him. It doesn't matter.
So my thing is with Sonic is how is he holding the ball?
Dude, it's just getting impaled onto one of his spikes.
In his gloves. He has hands.
But when he goes fast, he's in a ball. Where's the ball going?
No, he can run fast without a ball.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
I'm not that versed in Sonic.
You're not even gonna see Sonic's red cleats move, and they're moving so fast.
Gotta go fast.
Faster, faster, faster! Sonic X.
Dan was playing Sonic on his stream like 3 days ago, and he's like, "Damn, this would be a great ideal for the draft."
I had other picks, you know. I had Natsu and Asta on there because I wanted big, strong running backs, but I wanted to say Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, that's a great pick. So I guess I get the honor of picking Mr. Irrelevant. But I don't think he is going to be irrelevant. He's going to be my quarterback with the 15th pick of the draft. And
16. No, it is 15th. Never mind.
Yeah, 15th pick of the draft. And I'm picking Kafka Hibano. Yeah.
Okay, you're picking a veteran.
Yeah, so think about if you had like a Brett Favre, a Big Ben, in there. He's the older dude. Like he's known to be smart, right? Like he helps his comrades at the Kaiju Defense Force with his mind, with big brain plays, right? But the great thing about Kafka is since he can turn into a Kaiju, he can literally like transform his arm or his arms or his legs. Yeah, he can have a rocket arm. Like that's why I said Brett Favre and Big Ben, because they was notorious for like their big arms, So, he can transform his legs too, and he can run really fast and jump really high too. But the thing is his stamina's not there because he is an older guy. But that's fine. He doesn't need a stamina because he can literally just like rocket that shit in wherever it needs to go to Naruto's clone, to Toto, like he's got literally Toto is the best thing for somebody like Kafka Hibino, right? Like my team is perfect together. I feel like.
So I'm gonna say you've got an old guy, but I have the veteran here. Cell is 786 years old after traveling through time or some shit.
But he's not a
So
human. It's fine.
he's a bug man, yeah.
Yeah, he's a grasshopper.
He's like, he don't count. He's not human.
I
Listen,
got the
I've
oldest
got
I've
human
got the veteran
probably.
here. I've got the veteran QB here. I'm just saying it.
Yeah, actually, Fuko might be the oldest. I don't know. I don't know how all the time shit works, right?
Fuko?
So, yeah, don't she go back in time and shit? Like,
Yeah,
doesn't
but she
that count
came
for
back to
shit?
her time. She didn't stay there forever. That was like a weird thing. She's
Yeah,
like
but
17.
they add it all together, right?
Nah, she's 17.
Yeah, but anyways, Kafka Hibino, I figured no one else would be thinking about him, but he's such a like a clutch play. Like he can literally just transform certain parts of his body to be super strong, like kaiju forms of it. I was like, no way somebody's picking that, so I'm picking my quarterback last. So
I like it.
yeah,
I like it. You know, Kafka too,
Bold
he
play.
always does really well under pressure, and that's what you need in a quarterback.
yep.
Okay.
So I think before we like end this, I think we
Oh.
should all like go through and name our team. You know,
We're
for the
not
audio
there
listeners.
yet, buddy. I have two more fun
Oh,
picks we're doing off the top
okay.
of our head. Okay, left tackle. I'm picking Fat Gum because I want a big fucking dude.
Okay, I
Off the
like
top
it.
of your head, who you got for left tackle?
I mean, it would have to be like somebody like that. Either like Choji or
Yeah.
Snorlax. You know,
Snorlax for your Pokemon, and I love it.
I mean, it's anime, right?
True. I picked Sonic, so that's a fair
Yeah.
fucking game. I'd worry about Snorlax falling asleep in the job.
It doesn't matter. Just put him out there, bro. Like how big is he? Like he's got to be like 30 foot.
1,000 pounds.
Like Ash couldn't climb over him in the Pokemon game, so like just set him out there, bro.
All right. Now, who's your big guy?
Hmm.
Who's your left tackle?
That's
This is the guy protecting your quarterback.
I would probably do Kaido.
All right, I like that. That's a great pick.
Kaido's big. He's strong. He can transform into a dragon and cover more surface area.
Okay.
I like it. And then a water boy, because we got to give our goofy guys a chance to shine here. And I'm picking Kentaro from Golden Boy to be my water boy, because that kid has fucking spirit.
Water Boy. I mean that's a great pick for Water Boy. I think I would pick Reagan.
I
From
like
Mob
that.
Psycho. Yeah.
I like that. I like that a
Yeah.
lot. Hell yeah.
What about you, Nam?
I put him on the spot. He's like, I can't think this fast.
If you need a few more seconds, like
hold up. So, not a water boy,
The water girl.
water girl.
Okay.
Oh, it's just cheerleader.
Anya Forger.
Oh,
Oh, she could refill some cups with some spirit. I like that.
okay.
Not only that, but she can read minds.
Oh, a little Bill Belichickian approach here. I like it.
I mean,
Look, I'm just saying. Ego's over there trying to spy on games. I'll just spy on everything that Ego spied on.
Yeah, and you can't find him for the water girl, like shit.
yeah, that's a great pick, honestly. Especially off the top of your head, one thing I want to mention, I thought was going to be really fun too, was like a Senor Pink. I figured somebody would pick that.
Diamond
he would
under.
be-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would feel about that one though.
But I mean, he would be so powerful, right? In a game of football. So, because how can you like stop someone that you can't even like touch, right?
But
Like he's
is
gonna
he
be
even
under.
playing?
No,
He's
he's
the
saying
water
as
boy.
as like a running back or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about
yeah.
Waterboy. I'm talking about. I'm surprised nobody picked Senior Pink in the draft. So
Yeah, I
another one.
mean, go
There
for
were
it.
a lot of really good picks, honestly. It was hard.
I was gonna say another one that I wanted to pick, but I didn't know how y'all would nerf me. Was Toga from My Hero, because I could literally steal y'all's powers. But like I said, I didn't know how y'all would nerf me, and I was afraid to pick that.
You know, you can't bring needles on the field, so you can't get our blood.
But I can just there's blood happens though, right?
Not often in football.
I got ego, bro. I can just prepare ahead of time.
Latest AFL Anime Football League scandal. Coach is stabbing syringes into players and stealing blood.
But I feel like that would have been a fun pick, but I just didn't know how it would get nerfed. So I was like, she probably would be kind of useless as far as her like build goes,
Oh, most
so it would
definitely.
have to be all about powers, right? So
Yeah. No, she would not be a good player on the field without stealing somebody's powers. I mean, on my end, some people left on the board that I think could really fit well on my team. Miriam from Hunter x Hunter.
okay.
He was a little young for me, only 40 days old, but he was the king of the Chimera Ants, and the man was a fucking genius, and he had a tail, so, I'm a big fan of tails. I think there's a lot of stability on the field. Monkey D. Luffy,
Fair.
I skipped him, and the one thing I wanted to highlight with Luffy was, he's not a diva. You give him a route to run, he's going to eat meat. That's all he needs. And he would get the crowd going because his joy is infectious.
Yeah, exactly.
Highly
then-
infectious.
And then I had Jiren at tight end because that man is a fucking brick wall.
Yeah, no, Jiren was a good choice, but ultimately I didn't want it to feel too broken, right? Because that's essentially what Jiren does.
Yeah.
It took Goku learning a whole new technique.
I should have had in my notes, it took an ass pull from Goku to take this man down.
Because it did. How are you
Yeah.
going to come up with an ability that's so feared by the gods of destruction out of nowhere? Who the
No.
fuck are you? Where is your plot armor coming from? Give me some. Fuck, dude, I need it.
Awesome. Did you guys have any other picks that you wanted to highlight before we get to the roster rundown and the outro?
I thought Mirio would have been fun too.
Mario?
From, Mirio from My Hero. The
I
dude
thought
that
you
can like
meant like Super Mario. I was like, bro.
no. No, Mirio
Luigi would have been a
from
good pick.
My Hero. Y'all know who he is, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the dude
guy,
that can permeate or whatever,
run
right?
through walls and shit. Yeah.
phase through shit. Yeah, I
He's a great
thought
running
that
back.
would be a fun one too.
Great
so.
running back. Great
Yeah.
running back right there.
I mean, how can you tackle him if all he's got is like his feet on the ground and that's
But
it?
But can he hold a football when he permeates? That's the key. He'd be a fumble machine, I feel like.
That's why I didn't pick him, because he would have to. I feel like I would pick him for running back, because a wide receiver, because he could like maybe run the routes or whatever, gets a spot or whatever, and then come back.
Instead of juking, he could just run through a cornerback.
Yeah, because that's what I thought. That's why I didn't pick him, because he had too many like downsides with his ability and holding the ball. So yeah.
Another
But
good
fun.
pick that would have been really good for wide receiver, and I know that you actually mentioned it briefly somewhere else, Tyler, was Hisoka.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't mention him.
No,
So.
I mentioned that as an example. You could use the bubble gum or whatever.
Yeah.
the fuck
Okay,
he
you
calls
did.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. You can
Yeah,
use bubble
so-
gum to grab balls out of the air.
And that would have actually been a really good choice too for someone, especially like he was going to be one of my picks, but I decided against it because I felt like Kua would have been better. But he was going to be one of my picks to go with Saitama because of the ability that Saitama could just yeet it and then he could just grab it out of the air.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that's why I
matter
was
how
like,
far it's going.
same reason I was looking at Luffy, but
Yeah.
I spoiled that one, so I had to change it. I didn't want to just be like, yeah, I pick Luffy.
Well,
Luffy would have been a great running or wide receiver too. But awesome.
Yeah.
Nam, you want to run us through your team?
Yeah. So my coach is going to be Koro Sensei from the Assassination Classroom. He is going to be able to mesh very well with at least 4 of the characters. One of them I feel is not going to really care too much. The one who I feel is not going to care too much is going to be Saitama, coming out of Punch University. He all he wanted to do was punch. So they found a new way to get that out, and that was with quarterback. So he can really lob it out there very, very far. He was really good at that. He didn't get a lot of points and stuff like that because he was never able to reach his receivers. So as a result, I chose Kizuru from University of Redline. That way, he would be able to use his light ability, jump up there, catch the ball, bring it back down, and just zoom his way back into the end zone without having to worry about much in the way of any kind of obstruction. Then there was Kahlua, who was a transfer from University of Assassins to the Hunter University. He was able to really get around on the field very well, dodge through people, avoid a lot of obstacles and stuff like that, and he was able to get to any point of the field that he needed to very quickly. We then have Trafalgar Law, who is from the Water University. He he is able to use room and teleport around the field, which really is going to help out a lot, especially if Kizuru and Kahlua are able to get down on the field very far and the ball is just handed to him. And then for my tight end, I have Gohan from Capsule Corp University, and he is incredibly smart, so he's able to judge whether he needs to be more on defense, more on offense, and able to adapt very well on the field, as well as cover great distance at a given notice.
Awesome. So for my team, I have Erwin Smith as coach. That man can fire up a locker room, and we're going to need that with the group we have here. I have a bunch of studs, but we need a leader, and I think Erwin can be that leader. At QB, we have Perfect Cell out of Jiro State University. Man is your prototypical quarterback. He has all the assets you need. I think he can fucking sling it. Wide receivers 1 and 2, we have Minato Namikaze out of Leaf Village University, I believe I called it. And we have Shinra Kusakabe out of the Fire Force Academy. These guys are guys who can get to the ball. Minato can mark the ball and literally teleport there, catch it anywhere on the field. And Shinra literally has fire boosters in his feet. That field's going to look scary with a bunch of footprints on it that are fucking made out of ash. So I think Shinra and Minato are going to be great wide receivers. I got Sonic the Hedgehog at my running back. Nobody faster than Sonic. He's the GOAT when it comes to speed. And he's a fun-loving attitude, which we're going to need on this team. We had a lot of serious people. And for my tight end, we have Jotaro Kujo. His stand is going to come in clutch, catching these crazy plays. When he makes that run up the seam as a tight end into the end zone, I think he's going to have a lot of touchdowns.
Yep. Well, I guess my team is going to be Ego as the coach. Like I said, he's very smart and will do whatever it takes to win. I liken him to Bill Belichick. I feel like he's pretty close to that. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame one day or fired from the league because of scandals. I don't know. We'll see.
Definitely scandals.
At
Yeah, you
quarterback,
wanted him to steal players' blood, so
I did pick her, so it's fine. At quarterback, I have a 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot on the field player with Kafka Hibano. Like he's there. Like Brett Favre played for 50 years. I feel like he's got another 10 in him. It's the same thing.
Isn't Kafka like 32 years old?
Yes. He's a solid player for his age. That's all I know to tell you.
He's like, I picked this grandpa here.
At wide receiver 1, I got Naruto Uzumaki. He's going to do great with Kafka, and because he's got all his shadow clones, like he's a very good slot receiver. He's going to come in clutch big time. He's so fast, and he's got his clones. Wide receiver number 2, like I said, I hope Naruto does good because Fuko, she's probably not going to catch very much. Maybe I can have her do some screens. I don't know. Everybody's going to be too scared to touch her, hopefully. People who do touch her, like, they're just going to wish they hadn't. So, at running back, I got Mash. Basically, the strongest powerhouse, on the field when my offense is on the field. So, you can't really match that.
I'm getting Saquon Barkley vibes out of Mash.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, like stuff like that. Just strong as hell. Will not go down. Fast. I would say Marshawn Lynch, but I don't think Marshawn Lynch has that like acceleration. So, my tight end is going to be probably one of my best people on the field. He's going to be the team captain. Usually the quarterback is the team captain, but it's going to be Toto, Ao Toto from Jujutsu Kaisen. He's going to have everyone boogie woogieing, and nobody's going to stop us, baby. And that is it for my team. So
awesome. So let us know in the Discord how you feel about our teams. If you have any good player recommendations for the 2025 draft, make sure to let us know. We're going to we're starting our scouting regimen now. We're going to be looking at defenses. I don't know. Maybe look at basketball teams. We'll do something fun with that, because this is such a fun topic for us. But yeah, hope you guys appreciate this episode. Next week on the Degens episode, Nam and Tyler are going to be hanging out with SideQuest Hustle. They're going to be doing a first look at Kubo's Burn the Witch, which is awesome. I'm not going to be there because I'm going to be in Michigan or something like that. But super fun. Make sure to tell your friends, rate the podcast. If you have any interesting topics, you can just cover linktree.com/Anime Degens. And we'll catch you on Tuesday for the rundown. Peace.
Later.
Bum.
振り払って街を歩く無数の影雨の中で立ち尽くし